I can't get on the stage. I've pressed it millions of times and still can't get on the shade. Well, anyways, welcome to the Stupidest Sports Show on Earth. I am Rodney Newple. My partner, Tim Van Stratton, is not with us tonight. His voice is... There I am. What's going on? This is the Stupidest Sports Show on Earth. Who's with me tonight? I'm Rodney Newple, your host. And Tim Van Stratton does not have a voice tonight, so he is not going to join us. But let's talk some sports. This is episode 56 of the Stupidest Sports Show, and I am excited to be here talking a little sports with you. If you are with me tonight, jump in the comment section. I need your help. I need your help for the comment section. I'll put them on the screen, and we'll talk sports. Let's start right away with college basketball. First of all, we got to see it, Tim. That's the more important part here. So we always pride ourselves on the show of see ya for anyone that is gone or no longer with us in the not in the morgue way, not in a death way, but gets traded, gets released, gets hurt. We see ya them. Well, we'll see ya Tim, as he is not going to be with us tonight. He has no voice. He was hoping to be back with us. That's why we've pushed the show a day later. And here he is, not with us tonight. So see you to Tim. He will be back on Friday for episode 57 of the show. And then make sure you follow us on Twitter at Stupid Sports Show. No W on the end. That is on Twitter. We don't call it X around here. It is Twitter. Join us there. And we've got plenty to talk about there as well. All right. College basketball. This is probably going to be a quick abbreviated show. It's not the easiest to sit here and talk about myself. So without Tim, but I did want to get to college basketball. We owe it to our sponsors. We owe it to our fans, all 59 of you in the show right now, to have a show tonight. So it might be an abbreviated version, but we'll get to it. Get to our first comment here. Oh, Brock's with me. Good evening, Brock. I'd like to talk a little Masters with you here in a little bit. But before we do so, as I mentioned, I did want to get to the Florida Gators are your national champions. Now, I was made it very clear. I was very pro Houston almost got to the point where I Sharpied them. I did that earlier in the year on the Texas Tech one. That didn't work out for me, but almost Sharpied Houston when they went up 12. In fact, I think I was talking to Brock and was talking about how they were tougher. And Houston actually got out Houstoned by Florida. Florida ended up just playing tougher, playing very strong defense in the end. The last couple possessions were fantastic. And there it is. There it was. Florida Gators came away with the championship. A little bit embarrassing for Houston. Final couple possessions. Didn't even get a shot off in the final 90 seconds or so of that game. Not a great look for the Houston Cougars. Kelvin Sampson and his bunch finished runner-up. So the SEC won their first championship since the Kentucky Wildcats. So congratulations to Florida. A really good Final Four. A mediocre college basketball NCAA tournament. Up until the Final Four, we saw two good games on Saturday, and we saw a great championship game on Monday. And again, Florida Gators, your national champions. Now, what I wanted to get to is I wanted to discuss next year and the odds to win the national title next year. I don't know how anyone in their right mind is going to know who's going to be any good at all in college basketball next year. Now you can guess, and that's what odds makers are doing, and that's what bettors are most likely doing. Duke is the favorite next year at 10-1. Should have some good players back, but Cooper Flagg's most likely going to be gone, right? My second, third cousin removed, Con Knuppel. We'll see if he rejoins the Blue Devils next year. The Houston Cougars are second on the list. Now they're losing some dudes. They've got dudes, but they're losing dudes. So they're second on the list at 11-1. The Huskies of UConn are third on the list at 14-1. BYU is actually fourth. They've got the really impressive freshmen coming in, and we're really, really good this year. Following the second round, but we're really good. They are 15-1. Purdue is fifth. They're 16-1, and St. John's rounds out the top six at 18-1. Rick Pitino and St. John's. Then it's Arkansas, Kentucky, Kansas, and Louisville rounding out the top 10. But you could go to DraftKings or any of your favorite sports books and find the odds to win the 2025-2026 national championship. It's interesting this early to take a few flyers on some teams that, you know, as the transfer portal continues to stay open and dudes move from one place to another. Now might be the time. Get your bets in now. Duke is your favorite at 10-1 to win the national championship. So college basketball is over for now. The portal is open. The transfer season is open. The NIL market is wildly open. A lot of movement going on there. And a lot of stories and storylines will come out. We'll see who actually shows up to campus then, you know, when summer classes start in June. And then, of course, when the school year starts in August. But a lot of movement going on there. Duke Blue Devils 10-1, Houston Cougars 11-1 to win next year's championship. All right, moving to the NBA real quick. Luka, his return to Dallas tonight. That game is actually still being played right now. Nope, finished up 112-97. Lakers beat the Mavericks. So Luka was successful. He had 45 points in his return to Dallas. Dallas fans cheered him basically every time he scored a bucket. He is still one of their guys, Luka Doncic. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. And that came at night after getting ejected last night in Oklahoma City. Kind of a wild scene there. More of a case of ref show as an official tossed Luka in the fourth quarter of a 1-point game. As he was trash talking with the fans. I kind of agree with LeBron. LeBron was talking after the game about how fans, you know, sitting courtside get to basically say whatever they want and whenever they want. And that was what was going on last night. Back and forth with the fan. Luka hit a shot, jarred over at the fan. Official ejected Luka from that game. And the game changed completely from that point on, and the Thunder went on and won that game. Good win for the Lakers tonight because that keeps them third in the Western Conference standings. Right now, if the playoffs were to begin, you would have 7-seeded Memphis against 8-seeded Minnesota. You would have the Kings and Dallas playing in the other play-in round. The Thunder would be the 1 seed, Rockets 2, Lakers 3, Clippers 4, Nuggets 5, Warriors 6. Now, there's about 5 teams within a game or two with 2 games left for each of these NBA teams as they finish up this weekend. So still a lot to be played for, but the 10 teams in both the East and the West are decided. In the East, Cleveland's got that 1 seed, Boston 2. The Knicks are 3, Pacers 4, Pistons 5, Bucks 6 right now. Magic and Hawks would meet in a play-in game of 7 and 8, and the Bulls and Heat would play in that play-in game. And those are your 20 out of 30 NBA playoff teams. 20 teams make the playoffs in the NBA. So that is the rundown there. Obviously, NHL's got its final week of the season as well. We talked last week about how the St. Louis Blues were on a hot streak. They did lose a game, but still hold their own destiny to make the playoffs. I'm looking at the playoff chase right now. In the West, the Jets are 4 points ahead of the Stars in the Central, and then Colorado is going to be that 3rd team. In the Pacific, Vegas looks like they're going to win that division. They're 6 up on the Kings, and then the Oilers look like they're going to get 3rd. The playoff teams right now, the wild card teams, Blues with 93 points, the Wild with 91. Flames check in with 5 games to go with 87 points. So their max could be 97 points. So right now you need 97 to at least tie. Like I said, the Blues have 93. The Wild have 91 with just a handful of games left to play in the NHL. In fact, the Blues and Oilers getting ready to go now from Edmonton. We'll check on that game here in a bit and see what's going on. All right. Once again, if you have comments to make, I am by myself tonight, flying solo. I am Rodney Newple, your host, and I know Brock's joining me. I know Brock's probably patiently awaiting Masters talk. I'd like to get to that here in just a few minutes. We'll probably cut the show a little short tonight, being by myself, keeping my voice. I'd like to keep my voice. Tim lost his. Like I said at the start of the show, Tim had all intentions of being here. Got a long nap in, wasn't feeling the greatest, and has no voice. So instead of trying to fight through a voice, he has almost all but guaranteed me that he would be back for the Friday morning show. So we'll hold him to that and see if he can join us on Friday to talk what is going on first day of the Masters on Thursday, tomorrow, and then what will go on this weekend. So if you have any comments, please join the comment section. I'll get them read and we'll discuss from there. All right, let's move to the Masters. Maybe this is where Brock's going to jump in, join me. If you're listening from home, would love to hear from you. I know in my group chat, there's been a few names that have been thrown out there. I'll throw those out as we get going as well. But if you have names for the 2025 Masters that you like, maybe overlooked, I actually took no scientific, and that's why this is the stupidest sports show on earth. No scientific, no statistical proof here. I took a Scotty Scheffler to miss the cut at plus 650 on DraftKings. Plus 650, why not? He may struggle. Augusta gets the best of him. But he is your favorite right now at 4-1 odds. Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, John Rahm, and Bryson DeChambeau round out the top 5. But really outside of Scotty and Rory, the odds become longer and longer. Colin Morikawa at 13-1. John Rahm is also 13-1. Yes, I agree. GB jumps in and says, "Good evening, Rodney. Get well soon, Tim." Yes, Tim really did not want this show to be canceled tonight, and so he mentioned me doing it myself. So I said I'll do it myself. I spent an hour on local ESPN radio talking sports, so I figure I can do so here as well. But we won't go the whole hour tonight. But thank you for jumping in, GB. You can hear GB and his crew over at Gateway Sports. Good partnership of the show. Check them out. Check his shows out. Check out the lineup there as well. He's doing some good work there. He mentions, will the Cardinals finish above 500? How bad was Pop Warner's send of Siani? I'll hang up and listen. Yeah, so 11:35 game today, Central Time for the Cardinals. Caught bits and pieces of it. I do work from home, but caught bits and pieces of it. Siani got a bad jump. They put Siani in to run. Supposed to be the speed guy. Got a bad jump. nobody out. I think you have to see that if you're Pop Warner, and you have to hold them up. Ended up being a bad mistake. Would have been first and third there. Cardinals scored what in the 11th. Yeah, Cardinals are not going to finish 500. GB. Not so. Hitting has been pretty good outside of today. Hitting will not be that good all year. Pitching's not very good. Pitching can't keep them in enough games. They don't have a dude or dudes that can slam the door. Now, Sonny Gray was pretty good yesterday. Beat Paul Skeens, which that's a whole nother topic, how Paul Skeens can't beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals will not finish above 500. And that's sad. It's April 9th, and interest in the Cardinals is already waning from a lot of fans. I love the Cardinals. I will always know how the Cardinals are either doing or did. Notifications, putting on the headphones for radio when I'm out, having it on TV if I'm home, always. I mean, that's been part of my life for 42 years. But this team's not very good. The Cardinals stink. Not going to finish above 500. 75 wins. Probably about right. Vegas had them around that spot. I think that's probably right. That's not obviously not going to win the division. I hate to say it, but the Cubs are probably the team to beat in the division. Milwaukee's playing better. They got off to a slow start. Now they played the Yankees early, gave up a bunch of runs. They played the Colorado now. I mean, Cardinals' schedule is not favorable here coming up. It's Philadelphia and Houston in town, two pretty good teams. Cardinals face, I think, Nola, Sanchez, and Wheeler this weekend. Not going to be pretty. Houston, obviously, has shown signs of being really good for years. Then they got the Mets and the Braves. Braves have struggled, but I anticipate the Braves getting better. And then what do you got? Milwaukee and Cincinnati to finish the month. So I hope the Cardinals finish April 500. But it does not appear that's going to be in the cards for them. All right, let's talk to Masters. If you have other comments, even baseball, you can come back to it. Thank you, GB, for the 75 wins there. All right, so Brock had some interesting talk here. Patrick Reed, John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, and Justin Thomas is who I have making the cut. They've all had success at the Masters. I do believe Rory will win and get to Grand Slam. Roy 6.5 to 1. Probably a pretty good bet. Interesting on Patrick Reed, because Patrick Reed, my buddy Skeeter, who very good at everything he does, but is a pretty talented golf bettor. Has a wager on Patrick Reed at 90 to 1 to win. I don't know as if I'm going to do it. I have not pulled the trigger at this point, but 90 to 1 seems like a bet I would like to take. I mean, you put a couple bucks on that and come away very, very nice payout if he did win. And, you know, he's shown signs of being really good before. John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas. Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, two of my favorite golfers in the game right now. To make the cut, obviously, that's a little bit different than win this event. And then you come on and say, you know, Rory will win the Grand Slam. Yeah, I mean, Scheffler is not as red hot as he's been, you know, obviously dating back late last year. I would say Xander Schauffele, but he's coming off that injury that I'm just not sure he's able to make that jump yet. He's 18 to 1 to win the Masters. You know, Ludwig Adberg, I don't know if he's ready to do so yet. Bryson DeChambeau's there. Does he have the temperament, the patience to take this down? He's 17 to 1. Justin Thomas, you know, he obviously has had success. He's 25 to 1. Where's he at in his game right now? You know, you look down the line, Brooks Koepka, Hideki Matsuyama. Some good names, obviously. It's the Masters. There should be good names. I have not looked necessarily at the weather, you know, to see if weather is going to play a factor in the Masters this week in Augusta. I hope not. I honestly root for 4 straight days of sun and very little wind, because I don't. Well, first of all, I don't want delays. I don't need it to be. The only time I like weather in my golf is when it's the British Open, the Open Championship, because that happens a lot there. That kind of plays into it. I want Augusta to be sunny. Now, looks like tomorrow's going to be sunny and 74. We could get some rain on Friday, sunny. Mostly sunny Saturday and sunny on Sunday. So Friday is really our only opportunity for some rain. I don't know when that plans on coming. I haven't taken too close of a look yet. I don't know. It looks like maybe afternoon. So maybe the morning slot tomorrow and the afternoon slot on Friday, maybe would have a slight disadvantage if that rain does come in. 70% chance of rain looks pretty good. Looks like it's more later in the afternoon. So we'll see. But the Masters will start tomorrow at tee time, start early in the morning. And it is fun to follow. And then, of course, Masters Sunday. Will have us all watching. If you're any type of golf fan, you will be tuned in. But I'm trying to find the tee times. Well, it looks like 6:40 tomorrow morning here Central Time. Johnny Vegas, one of my dudes, goes early in the morning. He's at 6:51. So if you have other Masters thoughts, get those across to me. Thank you, Brock, once again. Patrick Reed, John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas in his parlay to make the cut, and he is going with Rory to win the event. So I'll take my pick right now on who I think is going to win this event. I wish I knew who was going to win this event, but I will take Colin Morikawa at 13-1 to win the Masters. And I know Tim likes him as well. We've talked a little bit about this throughout the week. Again, I like Xander Schauffele a lot, but I just can't get him with that injury at 18-1 to take this down. So I'm gonna stay away from Schauffele, and I'll go with Colin Morikawa at 13-1. He is plus 265 to be top 5. He's plus 130 to be top 10. So I will take Colin Morikawa to win the Masters. We'll see how that works out for me. I'll talk Friday and see if we're anywhere close to that one. But if you have winning picks on the Masters, you can even tweet us even after the show. We'll get them quote tweeted. We'll talk about it. I should put a contest together, but we'll discuss those on our Twitter page. Once again, at Stupid Sports Show, no W on the end. Masters starts in 10 hours or so. Looking through the odds here, miss and make the cut. Obviously, if you like Scotty Scheffler to make the cut, you're gonna have to pay minus 1,800 and minus 1,800 for Scotty. They do not think he's gonna miss the cut. Like I said at the beginning, I did put a small bet down on Scotty to miss the cut at plus 650. So I will be rooting against Scotty Scheffler. I can't root hard against him because I do like Scotty Scheffler and think he's a phenomenal golfer, but would love to see him miss the cut tomorrow morning. All right, so no Mount Rushmore tonight. I can't do a Mount Rushmore by myself. Episode 56 of the Stupidest Sports Show. But if you have famous number 56s in sports, let's hear them. Honestly, I can't think of any 56s. Top 56 jersey in sports. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a lineman. But other than that, I just cannot picture a 56. I'm sure there's a Major League Baseball player that somewhere. Yes, I do know. LT Lawrence Taylor was 56. That's a good call. He would definitely be our Mount Rushmore if we were putting one together. We're not going to do it tonight. Can't do it by myself. So not going to do a Mount Rushmore, but Lawrence Taylor would be at the top of any list you put together for 56. So if you have others, send those across. Make sure you get signed up for our Substack. I have struggled a little bit in April. I am still a couple units behind, very small units behind. I pulled up right now. I am 3.92 units behind for the month of April, 47, 48, and 3. Not great. Not a banner month. Have not checked out tonight's yet to see if I've improved on that. But since January 1st, I am 30.5 units ahead. So it's been a winning first 3 months with 7 and 6 yesterday. Just barely made half a unit on yesterday's games. You can follow at home on the games tonight. Lightning over the Maple Leafs. I have not looked at the NHL scores yet. I got the Oilers beating the Blues tonight. I got the Calgary Flames beating the Ducks tonight. In the NBA, I like the Magic, 76ers, the Lakers, the Bulls, the Nuggets. Those were all picks in the NBA. Major League Baseball, I like the Pirates. I know I got that one. I took them at minus 102 over the Cardinals. Took the Marlins, Mets over, Yankees, Tigers over, Padres A's under. Boston Red Sox -130. I'm pretty sure I missed that one. I think Toronto ended up winning that game. Phillies and Braves over, and Twins Royals over. Those were my picks tonight. You can get them every day in your inbox. Go to Substack. Sign up for the best bets for betting the Stupidest Sports Show there, and they will come directly to your inbox. Been trying to send it in the morning now with a plethora of Major League Baseball games coming in the morning. So look for that each day in your inbox. Probably no earlier than like 10:30. If there's no morning games, sometimes you'll get it in the afternoon. Always on the weekends in the morning. So sign up for our Substack. We're gaining steam there, so thanks to you for doing that. Follow us on Twitter, not X, at Stupid Sports Show. Stupid Sports Show, no W at the end. If you are interested in sponsoring our show, make sure you contact us. We do have some interest out there. We've obviously teamed up with the Gateway Sports guys. So we're always interested in partnerships and any type of sponsorship. The show's typically better than this in double the time, typically an hour long. But by myself, I'm just going to stay half hour tonight or a little bit more than that. And of course, if you miss any part of our show or want to listen to any of our shows, our 56 shows, you can go to Spotify, Apple, iHeart. Make sure you leave a review. You can like us. Don't press the dislike button, but like us, follow us, maybe unfollow us, follow us again, like us again. You can do that on Spotify, Apple, and iHeart. Stupidest sports show on earth. All right, I'm going to wrap it up tonight. It's hard to do this by myself. Thank you to 101, 102 listeners out there tonight. Next time, comment a little bit more, GB. We appreciate you. We appreciate you as well, Brock, with your Masters picks. We'll hold you to that when we talk on next Tuesday. We'll see if any of those came true for you, Brock. We'll be on Friday morning right here, same time, same place. Well, not same time, but same time every Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time. Tim will get his voice back, and he will join us, and we will no longer be able to see ya to Tim. Enjoy the Masters. Enjoy the final few days of the NBA, the NHL. We've got, of course, Major League Baseball in full swing now. So a lot going on in sports. We will break it down on Friday. Tim will be back with us. Same show, just better with him on with us. But anyways, I'm Rodney Newpel. So long for just a while. Thanks for joining us. This is the Stupidest Sports Show on earth. So long.